professional demure established by his predecessor, Bill Superfoot Wallace. Unlike Wallace, Thériault was built on a swimmer's frame, and the power he generates is not easily explained.
I think one of the reasons I have the power that I do possess, one of the secrets is that I train specifically those muscles. For example, I run a lot of stairs for my legs, which enables me to lift my knees as high as I should when I'm kicking, and when I'm punching on the bag, my triceps and my shoulder muscles are working. There's not really a big secret. I guess you have to work specifically.
Tonight, Thériault searches for knockout number 51 against the Dutch champion, Ernesto Hoost, who has a reputation for durability. Hoost has but 18 fights to his record, but he feels that a chance to fight Thériault is the way to show the karate world that he is championship material.
I'm very glad to have this opportunity to fight against Jean-Yves Thériault, because it's pretty early in my career, and I think when I win, it will open many doors for me, for here in America or in Canada, and I think that I can make it then.
Lise Lavallée et Emilien Nadeau, l'arbitre, the referee, Robert Panto.
The referee, Robert Panto,
okay, let's go,
calling Jean-Yves Thériault and Ernesto Hoost to the center of the ring for the last-minute instructions before we get underway with this 10-round middleweight fight. This is not a world championship fight, but there's a lot at stake here. Obviously, for Hoost, if he could win this fight, what an upset it would be, and what a chance he might have at coming back and getting a title shot against Jean-Yves Thériault.
We spoke with him a little earlier. He said he was definitely nervous. He was not really sure how he was going to be aggressive. He said he was going to try to keep himself out of serious trouble.
Before we get underway here, this is Van Camford along with Boom Boom Jeffrey on Joe Corley and Pat Johnson. Pat will be filling in with some excellent commentary, and we're glad he could join us for this fight. We're ready to go to get underway here. 10 rounds, middleweight division. Ernesto Hoost in the white, Jean-Yves Thériault in the black.
Get up. Let's go. Begin.
Round one, 10 rounds. And if you have never seen Jean-Yves Thériault fight, you are in for a treat. He is a fighting machine. He always comes right into you. And let's see what happens here.
Thériault is rarely content to just feel a guy out for more than a few seconds, and he starts throwing power immediately. Hoost has 3 inches in height on Thériault. I've not seen Thériault with an opponent this tall, but he definitely has no trouble getting the power up.
Hoost's main asset is his ability to move around the ring. And Jean-Yves Thériault is a master of cutting off the ring. It's going to be an interesting contrast and confrontation.
That voice you hear is Pat Johnson. Pat Johnson, 9th degree black belt under Chuck Norris, an instructor of mine and the man who's choreographed Karate Kid 1 and 2. He knows whereof he speaks.
I do not think Hoost wants to be up against the ropes, Pat, because that would be big trouble for him.
That is correct. He is fighting Thériault's fight when he does that. There now he is moving out to the center of the ring where he wants to be. Thériault, of course, will try to cut off the ring and send him back against the ropes.
Remember, Thériault has more than 3 times the knockouts of the total wins of Hoost. Hoost has 16 wins. Thériault has 50 knockouts. Hoost has only 3 knockouts to his record. And we can see early on here, Pat Johnson, that he doesn't have tremendous power in his upper body shots.
No, he doesn't. In fact, on the inside, his reach is going to be a disadvantage to him. Notice how Thériault moves sideways with him, does not follow him, but rather cuts him off before he gets to the spot.
10 seconds left in round one between Jean-Yves Thériault and Ernesto Hoost.
It took me years of stretching to get this kind of flexibility. Painful stretching, inconvenient partner stretching. But now there's a new, safer method, one that you can do anywhere and at any time by yourself, with results you can measure.
It's the Power Stretch, a biomechanical breakthrough to greater flexibility from Trico products.
With the Power Stretch, you'll kick higher, faster, and stronger. Or my name isn't Superfoot.
In the Power Stretch, your muscles relax the way they should for strain-free stretching of specific muscle groups. With improvement you can measure daily. The Power Stretch features this exclusive two-stage stretching system. Call 1-800-368-2224 to order your Power Stretch with guaranteed Christmas delivery. Order now and get a full set of Trico sweats as your free gift. Or call for more information and your free brochure, The Power of Stretching, 1-800-227-3800. Order today and get free sweats with your Power Stretch, 1-800-368-2224.
Pat, take a look when Hoost gets ready to kick. He drops his gloves. See if we pick this up here as we get ready for the second round. Ernesto Hoost in the white, Jean-Yves Thériault in the black.
He's in the corner. He's in trouble. That is Hoost is when he stays there. Now he got himself out very nicely with a side move. Thériault does not want to be in the middle of the ring. He does not feel comfortable in the middle of a ring. Thériault authored a book on kickboxing. And in his book, he tells how he does not want to be in the center of the ring, but he wants to be cut the ring down to quarters and stay in one quarter or another throughout the fight.
Thériault is just drilling that right hand into the body. He's having a little bit trouble with the distance. Hoost is irritating him with that long left jab and the long right hand. Thériault's not getting in with as clean a body shot as he would like. Hoost is using the jab very effectively to neutralize Thériault when he starts to make his move.
Thériault very smart, very patient. He's biding his time. He knows things are going to go his way. He's that confident.
You know, after 50 knockout, Pat, I honestly believe that this guy is studying Hoost right now. And when he'll be ready, like you said, he's got a lot of patience. And this is what counts for a guy like Thériault.
Well, as we said, Hoost has gone the distance with Ernest Simmons in the light heavyweight division. He is the light heavyweight champion of Europe, so he's used to fighting fighters that are actually heavier than Thériault, who have more firepower. I don't think we should dismiss that as a defensive strength of Hoost.
10 seconds remaining in round 2. So many people did not think it would go this long, but we're at the end of round 2.
WGN with 24 hours of sizzling entertainment. Hot series like Magnum PI.
You know, Joe, I hope that you will agree with me what I'm just about to say, that I would be very surprised if this fight goes to 10 rounds. But after 2 rounds, Thériault would be very disappointed if it goes to the limit.
Oh, no question. Thériault is getting a little irritated with himself, Pat Johnson. I can see the kicks and the long arms of Hoost are irritating him. You can see him getting a little more assertive, I guess is the word.
Thériault has done nothing thus far to establish himself in the eyes of Hoost. Hoost right now is very confident. He hasn't been hurt. He's seen none of this domination that Thériault is known for. He's full of confidence at this point. Thériault has got to put the fight in his favor. Hoost has to continue what he is doing now. Stay away. Now there's a sign of confidence there by Hoost. He actually allowed himself to lay on the ropes.
He better not do that too much, though, Pat.
That will work against him.
It's definitely not the right place to fight Thériault, but Hoost's defensive skills seem to be living up to his reputation, and what he said was he was going to keep himself out of trouble. He's done that thus far. That last...
Oh, there's a slip by Thériault.
Nice sweep then. Hoost took his front leg out from under him. Very legal.
When you sweep, it has to be boot to boot, and that's exactly what happened. He took the front foot out from under Thériault. That'll kind of shake your confidence a little bit, won't it?
Hoost really feels as if he's in complete control at this point. And Thériault has done nothing to tell him any differently.
Every time Thériault picks his leg up to kick, Hoost picks his leg up at the same time, and they collide legs. he's not giving Thériault a chance to really get any clean shots started.
Well, I got to tell you, the fans here in the Paul Sauvé Arena are just kind of stunned, I think. They're waiting for something to happen. They're waiting for something to bust loose, and it hasn't, Boomer.
I have to say yes, man. I mean, even myself, after I'd seen a record of Thériault and saw him fighting against Thurman, I said to myself, I don't know, I never saw this guy Hoost from Holland. But you got to give credit to the guy. You took control of the whole fight right up since the first round. Now, Thériault is going to have to wake up because he might have a big surprise. No, I'm not saying that Thériault is not going to win this fight, but I'm saying that right now, this kid really impressed me.
I asked Thériault earlier today, what would he do if he had to fight Jean-Yves Thériault? He is so confident. His response was, I'd use an elephant gun.
All right, ready to go with action in round 4. This is a 10-rounder. The title is not at stake in this bout. Ernesto Hoost of Holland in the white against Jean-Yves Thériault, the world champion in black. Thériault going to work here early, but Hoost is coming back. He's not backing up.
Jean-Yves has allowed him to stay in this fight, and Hoost is taking full advantage of it.
Got to be a lot of pressure on you when you're a Jean-Yves Thériault and you've got 50 knockouts and everybody just expects you every time you throw a punch for the guy to crumble. It puts a lot of pressure on you, and that can really hurt you if a fighter like Hoost gets his confidence going and begins to irritate you.
Hoost is just as quick as Thériault. If I were Jean-Yves at this point, I would start using a little deception. I would do some faking to take advantage of the quickness of Hoost by making him react to that initial blow.
Look out, we got trouble here. Those body shots seem to hurt Hoost. Thériault working on the body, working effectively. There's the jab to the head and then the right to the body. Doggone, Hoost seems to come out of it. I thought for a minute he might have been stunned. There's a dig to the ribs again, another body shot.
Look how long the upper arms are of Pat Johnson of Hoost. They go almost from his shoulders down to well below his waist. He seems to have something in the way of virtually every one of those body shots. Most of the head shots that Thériault throws are also being picked off on the gloves.
Thériault has not been able to get in a solid blow anywhere. Not in the body, not in the head. Everything has come off an elbow or a glove. There's the fake. There's the fake. Fake the front kick and use the right hand.
I'm Bobby Valentine, manager of the Texas Rangers.
Ready to go with action in round 5. A lot of people sitting around the Sauvé Arena saying, my gosh, we didn't think it was going to go this far, but here we are in round 5, and it's Ernesto Hoost in the white, Jean-Yves Thériault in the black, and here we go.
Hoost being warned for throwing a low kick then.
Thériault's digging deeper into his arsenal now, going to the heel kick.
I think, Pat, that Thériault's going to have to open a little more. He's opening a little more now, but it seems to me that Hoost's coming right back at him.
Yes, he is. He's a very confident fighter. He is not in awe of Thériault in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that Thériault expected this kind of fight. I think he expected Hoost to run more, to try to stay in the middle of the ring, and not allow himself to go on the ropes. And yet Hoost is going to the ropes, riding.
That little sweep that Hoost did it again a second ago confused Thériault a little bit as well. It's just one of those things that he just throws in periodically just to make you start thinking about it. Thériault just cannot get a clean shot on him.
Pat, do you think that Thériault is trying to go too much for the knockout?
Yes, he is. Every shot he's putting in there, he's not trying to open him up, he's just trying to go through him.
Listen to the chant going up now. Jean-Yves, Jean-Yves. The time is running out in the 5th round. Round 6. Ernesto Hoost of Holland in the white. Thériault, Jean-Yves Thériault, the world middleweight champion in the black from Montreal, Quebec.
I've heard Pat Johnson say before about fighters, you know, sometimes they're in there to try to win, and then sometimes they're in there just to try to keep from getting knocked out, and I believe that's what Host's game plan is. I don't see him yet at this point in the fight trying to win the fight so much as he is trying to keep himself out of trouble.
Absolutely. He can't be looking for the big knockout blow. He doesn't have that kind of power. So he seems to be coasting to keep from losing or keep from being knocked out as opposed to trying to win the fight.
I agree with you there, Pat. I mean, the guy, look, when he put his 2 gloves in front of his face and Thériault was trying to hit him, he's not going to hurt Hoost like that. He's got to go to the body.
That's true.
To make him open.
But look at it this way, Boom. Hoost can't hurt Jean-Yves if his hands are up around his own head.
He's got to take some chances, and he's not doing that. Again, look at the relative arm length. When Thériault's arm is down next to his body, his elbow is just above his pants level. Look at Hoost. As his arm is hanging down, his elbow goes about 3 inches below his waistline.
Joe, looking back over Jean-Yves' career, 54 fights. Can you recall him fighting a taller fighter before than having difficulty with a taller fighter?
Not when the fighter is actually staying there and fighting with him. The toughest fighters for Thériault are guys with good defensive skills who refuse to really get in and mix it up with him.
Exactly what Hoost is doing.
Less than 10 seconds left in the 6th round.
Rent-A-Car, it's easy to find the lowest prices, like a new Lynx for $19.99 a day.
Or a Topaz for only $24.99.
A popular Sable, budget priced at only $29.99.
Or the ultimate Lincoln Town Car for only $39.99.
Budget's friendly, efficient people make it easy to get your car.
The only difficult thing is deciding which car to get.
Budget Rent-A-Car. Our name is what we are.
And you're nice, too.
4 locations.
I'm no good at night. I lose my sense of humor. I'm cranky. I'm afraid of the dark. In the afternoon, I'm not so great either. I'm a bad sport when I lose a damn ball. Halfway through my board meeting, the cigar smoke makes me want to throw up. And after that, you think I'd get a second wind? I don't. You ought to see me in the morning, and you will.
Let's go, begin.
Here we go with more action. Ernesto Hoost in the white, Jean-Yves Thériault in the black. This fight has gone a lot longer than a lot of people in this arena thought it would. But it's very interesting. Hoost mixing up his shots right now, using a couple of uppercuts. Using that front leg kick as almost as a jab to keep Thériault off.
Again, that's the key. He's trying to keep Thériault off. He's not trying to go after Thériault to try to win. As Joe said, he's not taking chances. And at this point, he's still doing nothing to win the fight.
The things that Hoost throws primarily are irritants. He just irritates Thériault. And Jean-Yves often waits for his turn to throw the blows. He just waits for Hoost to throw 4 or 5. He says, okay, it's my turn. Then he blasts in there.
Well, it's to Jean-Yves' credit that he has not lost his composure. He has not allowed the frustration to get to him. He's just staying back, fighting his fight, looking for the opening. He knows he's winning the fight. I certainly feel that he is. And a win is a win.
And from Host's standpoint, maybe if he can say, I went 10 rounds with Thériault when 50 other people did not, that's a pretty good feather in his cap.
It's a moral victory.
Let's point out to everybody to stay tuned, because the Bob Thurman fight from Nautilus corporate headquarters is coming up right after this, and should pose an interesting question. Does Thurman have a chance in the rematch?
Less than 10 seconds left in the round.
I'm Bobby Valentine, manager of the Texas Rangers, owner of this restaurant, and fan of Sports Illustrated.
And I'm Terry Forster, well-known baseball pitcher, food connoisseur, and sports fan.
Well, I'd like to tell you, and all you fans, what you get if you order Sports Illustrated now.
And right now, I'd like to order some more nachos. Waitress.
If you order Sports Illustrated now, you not only get the best in weekly sports coverage, you get the big baseball preview issue, a great inside, entertaining look at the players and the teams.
Looks great, Bobby. Could you pass the salt? More fries, please.
If you order now...
I just did.
If you order now, you also get the famous annual swimsuit issue. It's a beautiful look at what's new on the beach this year.
Does it come with a salad?
No, Terry, it comes with great savings. Over 50% off the cover price.
Over 50% off? Wow, I'm going to have to try that.
Just call this toll-free number now and save on 27 issues at the low basic rate, payable in 3 monthly installments of only $9.79 each. Or, if you prefer, use your credit card.
I thought you were buying. What's for dessert?
You'll eat this up, Terry. Included with the baseball preview, you'll get this handy Major League Baseball schedule free. Plus, this video classic, NFL Crunch Course. It's free with your paid subscription. You get 43 minutes of football's greatest hits from NFL films. It'll knock you over. It's a great gift, and it's free.
Free, huh? I like that.
With Sports Illustrated, you get a lot to like, all you want, with a variety of sports and one-of-a-kind, colorful coverage of all of your favorites. So you get a lot more sports to enjoy, and you get it all in color, every page, every week.
So if I call now, I save over 50%, get the baseball preview and swimsuit issue, plus this free schedule and free Crunch Course video?
That's right, if you call now.
Could I have a phone, please?
ESPN viewers call 1-800-525-5300.
Sports Illustrated? I'd like to order everything on the menu. Bobby, could you please pass me the swimsuit issue?
Let's go, begin!
Round 8, Van Kemp, and along with Boom Boom Jeffrey on. Joe Corley and Pat Johnson bringing you the action. This fight between Jean-Yves Thériault in the black, Ernesto Hoost of Holland in the white. We're in the 8th round. This is a 10-rounder, 2 minutes each round. Look at that by Hoost.
That is
left-right combination.
The first 4-blow combination that he's put together in the whole fight. Generally, it's been 1 or 2 blows, sometimes 3. Perhaps his corner has convinced him to start becoming more aggressive.
Jean-Yves Thériault throws a very powerful jump spinning back kick into the bag. He has never, as far as I know, used it in a big fight. That's the kind of technique I think I'd want to have him using against Hoost. The post up against the ropes, just to create openings like Pat was talking about earlier. Instead of just continuing to fire at these closed areas, create some openings.
Joe, he's going to have to change his style. I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but you cannot knock a guy when he's got his 2 gloves in front of his face. No way.
He's starting to get through those gloves, though. He's starting to just power his way right through the gloves. Right there, an uppercut.
The more chances Hoost takes, the better it is for Thériault.
Another uppercut. Constant pressure, these constant punches and kicks, got to be taking a toll on Hoost.
Van, even the punches that he takes on the arm, that is, that Hoost takes on the arms, they're weakening his arms. He's finding it harder to resist the impact of those punches.
That's the end of the 8th round. Somebody might say, well, Jean-Yves was a little rusty.
He looks tired now.
Yes, he does.
He really looks tired to me right now.
The body punches are taking the toll. He's doubling up.
Yeah, there's 2 rounds to go.
Yeah.
erbij dat ik ook die vriendelijk ben voor nou, maar dat we nou niet houden. Het gaat de 9e ronde in.
This is one of those hard fights to get really excited about because there's nothing landing that's severe, but you can see, as Pat was talking about, as Hoost steps back, the strength in his arms is decreasing. When he got back to his corner, he wanted that stool to be there. He did not want to wait that extra second to put his can on that stool.
You know, you can hold your arms up when protecting yourself and hold them up with strength and clench. Or you can just have them there, just covering. And that's what's happening now. In the early rounds, he had strength in them. Now they're just there.
4 more minutes of action for Ernesto Hoost. 2 minutes here in the 9th round, 2 minutes in the 10th round. Let's see what happens. Thériault may be feeling that he has this man because he seems to be going after him. A spinning back kick.
That's the one I was talking about. He throws so powerfully. He was a little off target with it then.
He's just loading up now. I mean, he's just loading up, saying, I'm just going to power my way right through his glove.
Hoost can do nothing to stop him. He doesn't have the power or the technique to stop him. So Thériault's just coming forward, doing what he wants to do.
Well, Hoost got on his bicycle, though, started to run.
That's right. But Thériault took 3 blows and never backed up 1 inch. Stayed in the same spot. And as soon as Hoost stopped, he came forward again. Look at that.
Pat pointed out earlier, good strategy for Thériault. Fake with the hand, go with the feet. Fake with the kick, go with the hand. He's done it 3 or 4 times. It's been effective.
Just did it again, Joe. One thing that's important, before you can use a technique to fake, you have to first establish that as an effective part of your arsenal. And I think he should throw the front kick hard a few more times before using it to fake. He's throwing the round kick hard, but not the front kick.
He just keeps peppering away at the gloves, and the gloves are staying in the same place. We saw Evander Holyfield in winning the junior heavyweight WBA championship in Atlanta this summer pound away on Dwight Muhammad Cowi's arms. Perhaps, in hindsight, that would have been a good strategy for Thériault. Just drill his arms a lot harder.
I believe you're right, Joe.
You'd no more.
Time here. Let's get the...
Okay, let's go. Last round. Let's go time. Begin.
Here we go with the last round. Ernesto Hoost of Holland in the white against Jean-Yves Thériault in the black from Montreal. And his fans here really would like to see him end the fight here in the 10th round if he could. But that may be a tough order.
I think that spinning back kick that we saw a moment ago by Hoost was really a desperation move. I think he knows the only way he can possibly win is by knockout. He hoped to get a lucky shot in there. It did not work. Thériault was too quick. But it's really a credit to Thériault's conditioning that he can go this hard and be that relentless, coming forward all the time and be going just as strong at the end here as he was in the first round.
I'll ask Jean-Yves about it, but it just seems to me that his concentration has not really been as strong tonight as I've seen it.
Well, Joe, he was in action just a few weeks ago against Ricky Green, and it looked powerful in that fight. I'm talking about Jean-Yves, right?
Exactly.
I've never seen him not be up for a fight. No matter who the opponent is, he goes hard and does his best. But I believe you are right, Joe. It is tough for him to maintain the concentration. He's kind of frustrated by these things. Look at all those legs just...
Don't hold the rope!
Getting in his way.
Hold the rope. And at this point in time, Ernesto Hoost wants to hold on to anything. He's got to go another 15 seconds.
Front kick to the face then by Thériault. Snuck through.
Nice technique. It's coming a little bit too late, though. It's the first kick he's been able to get through to the head.
There's the bell ending the fight. And look at Ernesto Hoost. Look at it going around the ring. Oh, he is one happy fellow. He said, I won 10 rounds with probably the greatest karate fighter in the world today.
Man, you got to give the kid credit.
You're exactly right, Boom Boom. You got to give Hoost credit, but credit for surviving. A real fighter who wants to win the world title in his division, and maybe Host division ends up being the light heavyweight division, is not happy really with surviving. That was the kind of strategy Thériault could have used. Like Pat Johnson said, it was too late. He could have used that earlier. I don't think Thériault's concentration was there tonight. I really don't.
Well, maybe he's looking ahead to Bob Thunder Thurman coming up in the first part of 1987.
And remember, Thurman is coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, we'll be back with the official decision between Jean-Yves Thériault and Ernesto Hoost in just one moment.
This is Milwaukee, a city besieged recently by all kinds of so-called premium ice creams. And these out-of-towners are saying...
The crowd is still mumbling here at the Paul Sauvé Arena in Montreal over the fight going the full 10 rounds. We're ready for the decision. Let's go to our ring announcer, Jean-Paul Chartrand.
Des juges, the judge's decision. Le juge Baudry, Judge Baudry, 92-100, 92-100. Le juge Lavallée, 91-100, 91-100. Le juge Nadeau, Judge Nadeau, 91-99, 91-99. Le gagnant et champion mondial des poids moyens, the winner and middleweight champion of the world, Jean-Yves Thériault.
Jean-Yves Thériault, no doubt about it, got every point except one in the fight. Two judges gave him 100, one judge gave him 99. So you can see how he dominated the fight. I think one thing, though, I think Ernesto Hoost is going to be a little sore when he wakes up in the morning.
Yes, he is. The thing that's ironic is that Thériault won the fight, won every round, dominated the fight, and yet in the crowd I feel a sense of disappointment. It's amazing. They've been spoiled by this man's ability and don't really appreciate what they've just seen this man do against a very pesky fighter.
Joe Corley is up in the center of the ring with the world middleweight champion, Jean-Yves Thériault. So let's go up now to Joe Corley.
Jean-Yves, I have to say, it looked to me in your eyes like you didn't have your concentration where you wanted it tonight.
You hit it right on the button. I had trouble in the training even concentrating for some reason. But Ernesto covered up quite well all throughout the fight, and I didn't want to get frustrated because I was expecting something like this from him, and I wasn't really pushing as much maybe as I should have, but again, I probably would have wasted myself on his elbow. So
I made the point early that there's a lot of pressure on you. I mean, when you've got 50 knockouts, everybody comes and expects you to just nail somebody, and you've got to get frustrated if he doesn't fall down right away.
Well, you know, this is something that I have to be careful. It happened to me a couple of years ago. I had quite a good string of knockouts early, and then I went against Matt Caruso, and I even dropped him in the first round, and he stood there for 10 rounds, and, you know, those are things that I really don't like to do because, you know, there's chance of getting frustrated and everything else, but it's a real learning experience, you know, to calm down, relax, and think of what you did and try to create some openings or look for openings. And I have to tell you, tonight Ernesto didn't present really a lot of it. He was a little taller than I was. I was expecting a little harder kicks from him, but...
do you think he was trying to win this fight, or do you think he was trying to survive this fight?
Well, you know, at times I thought that, you know, when he threw a couple of combinations and landed 1 or 2 out of 3 or 4, I thought that he might have, you know, he should have come on me and try to pressure me, but he just held back. So I don't want to say that he wanted to last the fight or anything like that. I want to, you know, give all the respect that I have to fighters, and I'd hate to think that people do that.
Speaking of pressure and respect, right after this, we're going back down to Florida to take a look at Bob Thurman's fight from a couple of weeks ago. And that's the recurring question. And I know you want to see that fight more than anybody because it means an excellent payday for you. Bob Thurman, a lot of people thought just got annihilated in your first fight. But we're going to see him come on real strong. What are your feelings about Thurman tonight?
Well, Bob Thurman, you know, you have to give him respect. He's champion. He's a tough guy. I think that if I was helping him out, I'd tell him to be a little bit more defensive. But you know, because I think he takes a little too many punches. But he's very tough. He's young. He can last 12 rounds taking punishment. It accumulates, you know, unfortunately. But you're right. I'm anxious to fight him again. It's always something to motivate, you know, to fight great people like Bob Thurman. So I'm anxious.
Well, congratulations, champ. I know your knockout percentage dropped by maybe a half a point tonight, but another win goes in the win column.
Well, you know, that was my main reason when I started fighting was to win. So I'm going to take it.
Okay, Van Canford, I know we're looking forward to Bob Thurman and Jean-Yves Thériault, and I know our fans out there are anxious to see how Bob Thurman shaped up there in Florida.
Well, I'll tell you, it's 55 wins, 3 losses, 50 by KO. I'll take that record. That's a pretty good record, huh? Boom, boom.
Hey, look, doesn't mean that because Jean-Yves Thériault is picking out that he's going to knock everybody out in one shot. The guy ran all night around the ring.
Okay, stay tuned now, because when we come back, you'll see Bob Thunder Thurman in action against Zach Pender. So we'll be right back with that action after this message.